The Women's League is visiting AmaZulu King Misuzulu in KwaNongoma ahead of his coronation on the 29th of this month. The Women's League has been holding a prayer service for the king, also discussing challenges that are being faced by women. Of course, gender-based violence top among them. The coronation will happen on the 29th of this month, that's next Saturday, despite ongoing legal battles around the monarchy. eNCA's Nqobile Madlala following that story for us, and she joins us live now. So Nqobile, thanks so much for joining us. Talk to me about this prayer. What's been happening today?
Well, Sally, I'm going to show you what's already happening currently. Basically, what we saw was the ANC Women's League just coming to basically deliver a prayer saying that to the king that they are hoping that the coronation will go as planned, but also at the same time they are tasking the king with looking into gender-based violence. They're saying that there's quite a scourge in the province, and they feel that with his leadership and his wisdom there would be a way of fighting against it. So they have already spoken to the king. They've delivered their presence as well, and they've also just asked for his wisdom to continue in terms of what will be the way forward. And he's also committed himself into working with the Women's League, but also with women at large. He has been speaking about the fact that his wife already, the queen, has already started being on the ground and just sort of understanding and finding out what is going on and how they can help, and that's why we couldn't see the queen today. But let's listen in as the minister explains to us what happened during their meeting.
Even before the coronation, he had already pledged support for a program of fighting gender-based violence and femicide in South Africa. That we think comes with women empowerment, economic empowerment and inclusion. That we believe comes with protection of girl children and therefore fighting poverty and hunger in our country.
And tell us, Nqobile, what did the king say in response around this issue?
Well, Sally, he has committed himself. He said that, to be exact, he said that the women are gold and that the women are diamonds, and that they should in fact be protected. And he said that even after the coronation there are already plans that they are now currently working on, which will be enforced on the ground. But we do know that from Mpumalanga province, the premier did ask the king that there be a communication between the king and some of the traditional leaders on the ground to lead in fighting against the scourge, but as well as enforcing and highlighting the women's rights, because they said that the traditional leaders are well respected. So quite a number of people look up to them, but also listen to them. So if the king and the traditional leaders are sending the message as well, this will make a huge impact. But this is at the back of the fact that they're saying that the late King Zwelithini was also very active around these conversations. There was even a highlight, they were talking about the fact that the king had izimbizo where he would call in traditional leaders as well as men to sort of highlight the issues faced by women and the importance of women being treated right. The king has even said that the late king used to say that you cannot raise your hand to a woman, you need to treat women right, and he has said that he will walk on those footsteps and he will ensure that his presence will be felt. But let's listen into the Premier of Mpumalanga as she speaks to us about the impact this can have on the ground.
We've got chiefs across all the areas within our province, and therefore there could not be an event of this nature or a challenge of this nature, so that we are running at an exclusion of our chiefs and our kings within our location, and therefore bringing them on board as they speak to the communities as they are subject. They will be able to send a message which will resonate very well with the communities because they are being listened to.
All right, well, thank you so much for that update. That is, of course, Nqobile Madlala coming to us live from KwaZulu-Natal. Now, still to come on